Hey, this is Dean with Pretty Productive. Welcome back to my channel. Today what I'm going to be doing is a September week 2 check-in, take the money out of my envelopes to pay back my credit card, and then kind of close this budget for a week because I will be on vacation. So other than bills coming out of, my normal budget, none of my spending should be coming out of this budget. So let's see how that goes. So to get started, I think everything that I was waiting on came in for my last video. Two of my major bills that I save for all year long, my car registration was $425. I have paid that. My property taxes, which are due 10/1, and then also back in, the second payment is due in March. Is $22,004. I've written out a check for that. I will probably mail that this weekend. And then all of the rest of my expenses I've already put on here. And if you're new to my channel at all, thank you. First of all, welcome. Anything that's on here is actual envelopes. I don't put my bills on here or anything like that. My husband and I get paid once a month. So it's all going to have to come out of those checks. So it's not like I'm worrying about which check, which bill is going to come out of. It all has to come out of that one amount. So I don't put those on here. I do put them on my transaction log. So if it's highlighted in yellow, that's a bill. If it's highlighted in this dark green, that's a sinking fund. So it's more than likely a transfer. I have gone ahead today and paid the ones from the sinking fund because currently my credit card has $2,800 on it. After I made these payments, it's down to $1,500. But I still need one more $500 payment that is going to come out of my checking account because it's money that was in Venmo that I transferred. And you can only do 3 pending payments at one time. So I'll do that one as soon as these last 3 clear, and then I've got my card caught up. I like to make a payment every week just so that there's no surprises on my credit card. Okay, let's get started. As usual, we start with groceries. I only had one for Trader Joe's for $81. We've really been trying to either eat out of the freezer or eat what we have right now. So $81. And then eating out, I had Texas Roadhouse for $68, Sonic for $5, McDonald's for $6, and that is it. So $79. I am working today, so I'm going to get this done before I go to work. And then in spending, I spent $4. My mom, I did not spend anything. Gas, I did get gas, and that was $63. I did not spend anything in medicine. Self-care, I spent $40, and that was in cash. And that was a tip for my massage. Household, I spent $43 on Amazon. And that was for a heating pad. I've had a situation with my shoulder. I had an MRI yesterday. Been seeing an orthopedic. So I kept falling asleep with the heating pad on, which is not good. So I finally broke down and bought a new heating pad that has a timer, and it's been working amazing. Miscellaneous, I have not spent from, and entertainment, I have not spent from. So pretty much not a lot of spending this week, which is great. I'll just make sure I have everything off here. Okay, so when I look at my transactions, so this is where I stopped from my last video. So medical for my MRI was $136. I paid that out of my medical spending account. My car registration for $425. I paid out of my car maintenance / registration account that I save from all year long. And then in so my copay, now we have new insurance. I'm still kind of figuring it out. I went with the policy that had the higher deductible and the higher copays because I don't go to the doctor very often. My husband does a little bit more, but it just made sense financially. We'll just put the balance of what we're used to paying into the medical savings account. But my copay for my orthopedic went from $65 to $160 with my new policy. So I paid $80 because she thought first it was $160, then she said maybe it's $80, so I paid $80, but then I found out later it's another $80, so I'll be billed another $80. I also have a follow-up appointment when I come back from vacation. That'll be another $160. It's just amazing. Christmas I spent $102, so I am starting my Christmas shopping, and that was all that came out of my long-term sinking funds. Let's go ahead and pay ourselves back. Now I didn't get a lot of ones, and I'm looking now that maybe I should have, but we'll figure it out. So there's 51 here, which is in my rollover money, and then this is the money from last week's cash and stuffing. So I need to take 81 out of groceries. So 50, 70, 81. 50, 70, 75, 80, 81. Now, my husband did spend $100 at Sam's Club, but he did not use the card. So I told him I'd pay him back out of cash, and he's like, no, that's okay, but if there's $100 left in here, I'll pay him back. I gave him the card for a reason, so I have to keep paying him back. Eating out, it's 79, 20, 40, 60, 80. $20, $30, $40, $50, $60, $70, $75, $80, $85, $90, $95, $106, $106. I did not update these, so. Spending, I'm just going to put 106 over here. I need to take out 4. Oh, nice. 1, 2, 3, 4. I did buy a file on Etsy, so 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, so 190. Now I will more than likely take 100 out of here for vacation, but I need to figure out what I have in vacation before I do that. Or I might just use it if I come back and I spent out of, more on my card than I thought I did. So for gas, I need to take out 63. So 50, 60, 70. So I need to take out 7. So that leaves me with 51, 150, 160, 170, 180, 187. Did not take out of medicine. I did take out of self-care, which was 40, but I took that out in cash. Date night, entertainment I have not touched. Household, I spent 43. And there's 50 here, so I'm going to put 7 back. Okay, I'm just catching up over here. Did not spend out of miscellaneous. Did not spend on entertainment. So I was going to take the Texas Roadhouse, which was I think 68, out of entertainment because we did take my daughter as well, but I went ahead and used it out of eating out. So, and then that is all that I need to take out of envelopes. So let's figure this out. So groceries, $5.94 minus 81. That is the only one I didn't check. Let's just check it really quick. 2, 3, 4, 90, 510, 513. Okay, all right. 2, 3, 4, 50, 470, 490, 510, 11, 12, 13. Okay. 513, that's right. And then everything else I checked when I went through. This has not been spent. Now my goal was to take $175 from groceries and put it towards vacation because it'd be a week. And then to take $100 out of spending. So I kind of need to think about it. Maybe I'll just use my card, and then when I pay back my card, if I've exhausted my vacation money, then I can take it out of there. If not, I can either roll it over or put it in my sinking fund. So a total of 81 plus 79 plus 4 plus 63. I'm not going to count the 40 because that was cash. Plus 43. So a total of 270 needs to go back to my card. And then, I'll write down. No, I did not write down. Okay, so this is where, this is my note. So 296. $296 plus 270, 566. That's what I should have in my back to bank. So 250, 60, 80, 350. 450. 450 plus 80. 450 plus 80. 530. Plus 30. Plus 6. 566. Okay, we're good. Okay, so I've got 566. It's going back so far. And then the rest that I spent was actually money that was in my account that was in Venmo that I Venmo back, then I moved it onto my card. So that was not money that I took out of my envelopes. Okay, I think that was everything. Let me just check one thing. So on this page, everything is pretty much coming out like I thought it would. There's a few up and down a little bit. The one thing, they still have not removed the $1,900 for the September insurance payment. So I had moved the money from August into our medical savings account. So it's like $2,100 in there right now. And then I'll either have to pay this October 1st along with the new premium, or I'll move that into medical spending. So I had an MRI on my shoulder. They're pretty sure it's a rotator cuff tear. And when I looked on my new insurance, just as much as I could figure out, the surgery will be my part, because we have not made a deductible, obviously, it's a brand new policy, will be right around $4,500. So I think with that one, my first thing will be to see what the cash price is and not go through my insurance, because sometimes your copay is more than the cash price. And then the other part is that I'm not really reading it correctly when I go in and do my estimated costs. I don't know if they're going to cover more than I think they're going to cover, but either way, my husband and I can pull it out of part medical, but also part of our long-term savings account, our long-term emergency fund. So I don't know. I'm just tired of the pain, so whatever it's going to take, but it will really limit any work that I can do because it is my right hand, which I'm very right-handed. And also it will impact my ability to watch the grandkids, which puts a financial burden on my daughter to find daycare. So we're going to cross that bridge when we get there. Right now, I just am doing everything I can to avoid the surgery, but after the MRI, I'll have a better picture. So that is everything. So my next check-in will be next Sunday, the 21st. I hope you all are having a good month so far. Take care, and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you.